This is a book review of For the Record, the life and work of Alex Steinweiss, the inventor of the album cover. You can see vast number of album covers on the back, and it's by Princeton Architectural Press, and it came out in 2000. It's first edition, and it's a fairly small book. You can see it's very tiny, but it's a really beautiful. There's a brilliant Taschen one as well, came out, Taschen book, similar sort of thing, but this covers a whole range of different covers. I love cover books, of record covers, book covers, etc. And this is no exception. So I'm just going to quickly run through it. What it's got is, it's in colour as well as some black and white, predominantly in colour. You've got obviously the initial, and it's by, introduction by Stephen Heller. And this is by Jennifer McKnight Trontz and Alex Steinweiss. So you've got preface by him, Alex Steinweiss, got introduction, Stephen Heller, and you've got some examples, obviously talking about record covers of that period, 1940s, 1950s. And you've got some lovely ones. This one's obviously Bartok, and you've got obviously a bit of background about him. The early years, Alex Steinweiss, about his posters that he did. He was born in 1917. And also about how the albums were back in the day. Albums consisted of 3 or 4 records packaged in separate sleeves between thick pasteboard covers. So very different from now. Now, I must admit, now with all the CDs, and of course now it's mainly, there's lots of streaming, etc. It's not the same. These sort of beautiful old LP covers, though of course LPs are making a comeback now. So maybe these great cover designs will come back in again. People will be generating amazing record packaging again. But I think CDs, some of it can be pretty amazing. But clearly record albums, I love record albums. I've got loads of album covers and they're just great to admire, as well as, of course, the music. The music is always amazing. Lots of classical here, as well as Columbia Records, of course, Columbia presents, and you've got like Accordiana. This is 1941, and they're just beautiful covers. You've got sometimes very simplistic, but doesn't mean that they're just really perfect they tell the story. They tell that you want to buy them. You see that in the shop, you go, wow, that's the record I want to buy. Obviously a bit old-fashioned now, but you look at it and think tells the story, and that's the key thing of art. It's got to tell the story. And very quickly for the Boogie Woogie, Columbia Records. Porgy and Bess. Hot Trumpets, got a lovely trumpet there, pretty obvious there, but just great. 1943, Hot Jazz Classics, and you just go through this whole book, and this book is just full of just brilliant pics of Bessie Smith. Very obviously, there's a lot of classical, lots of classical. I'm not particularly a classical fan. I mean, it's fine. But I wouldn't say I rush to classical records, but each their own. So exotic music. Now that sort of stuff I do like. I love sort of exotic music. Now, of course, you turn around and say it was not particularly the Song of India, Flamingo, Lotus Land. But of course now with the internet, the word exotic's very odd because of course you can just explore the entire range of music via various websites. So Budapest, Greek, said that wrong, Prokofiev, Chopin, and so on, Gershwin. It's just cover after cover, and they're just all staggeringly beautiful. So anyway, now I think there's a lot that are just, you've got like a drawing, but you've also got, obviously they're all drawings, but you've got like an illustration of a city there for the Beethoven one. But you've got Stravinsky, where you've got obviously the Firebird suite, and you just got beautiful artwork there of a Firebird, just glorious. Bartok, and that's just obviously I assume, piano. It's obviously a piano, but done split, divide, and just really beautiful work. The colours are just brilliant. I love these abstract ones. This Brahms one, Concerto in D major. Just beautiful abstract designs, spiral designs, just brilliant. But he's still, let's say, he's got some, this one, Strauss, and it's got like a suit of armour. Jazz from then till now. Beautiful. And then some, actually there's some black and white. Sarasota. So you've got that at the back, and also some paintings. And just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful all the way through. Now the book's not particularly very big. I think it's got a lovely picture of him and his wife, and unfortunately doesn't have a page number. Oh, it's serious. About 210 pages in total. Just a brilliant, brilliant book of record covers, and about obviously the life of Alex Steinweiss. Totally recommended.